hard as the back. All right, so can you guys hear? Cool. All right. So first off, we want to thank everyone for being here today. This may seem like a small gesture, but it's a step in the right direction. We're here today to be a part of something bigger than ourselves, our opinions, or our political stances. This really isn't about gun control, and this isn't about mental health issues. We're here to stand together to show that it's been 19 years to the day since Columbine, way too much tragedy, and not enough action taken. We're high school students, and we should be worrying about our schoolwork, our family, and our friends, not our survival. After this, we'll have 13 seconds of silence for the 13 lost in Columbine shooting 19 years ago. At 10:05 or 10:04, we'll start the 17 minutes of remembrance, where each minute stands for someone lost in the recent Parkland, Florida shooting. At the beginning of each minute, we'll take a few seconds to speak about each individual lost. If you would like, we have chalk right over there on that little piece of concrete to write a positive message wherever. And we ask that you please keep quiet, as this is a time out of respect for those who've lost. And if you haven't already, sometime during this time, come and sign your name, just to say that you're a part of it. And when you guys read, go on to the end, and then we'll shuffle down. Sorry, now we'll be starting our 13 seconds of silence. Okay, thank you very much, and now we will start.
Alyssa Al-Hadid. She was a 14-year-old freshman. She played for the Parkland travel soccer team.
And now we're going to move to the minute.
Alex was a 14-year-old freshman. He played baritone in the school marching band and trombone in the school orchestra.
Luke was a 15-year-old freshman. He loved basketball, especially LeBron James, video games, and dogs.
Gina Montalto. Gina was a 14-year-old freshman. She was a member of the school Winter Color Guard. The Stoneman Douglas Color Guard was scheduled to perform at an event the following weekend.
Scott Bagel was a 35-year-old geography teacher and loved spending his time as a cross-country coach.
Martin Duque Argliano was a 14-year-old freshman. He was a very funny kid, outgoing and sometimes really quiet. He was sweet and caring and loved by all his family, said Miguel Duque, his older brother.
Chris Hickson was an athletic director. Chris always was willing to give students lunch money and rides when needed. He was also a veteran who was deployed in Iraq in 2007.
Joaquin Oliver was a 17-year-old senior. He was known as Guac at his high school and was preparing to assign to attend the University of Central Florida in Orlando.
Aaron Heiss was a 37-year-old assistant football coach and security guard. He jumped in front of the shooter to protect his students.
Kara Locken was a 14-year-old freshman. She was a dancer at the Drake School of Irish Dance in South Florida.
Jamie Guttenberg, a 14-year-old freshman. Jamie had dreams of being a mother and an occupational therapist when she grew up.
Nicholas Stewart, a 17-year-old senior who had recently received a swimming scholarship to the University of Indianapolis.
Carmen Shentrup was a 16-year-old senior. She was one of the 10 high schoolers from MSD to become a National Merit Scholar semifinalist.
Meadow Pollock. Meadow was an 18-year-old senior at Stoneman Douglas. She had recently been accepted at Lynn University in Boca Raton.
Helena Ramsey was a 17-year-old senior. During the shooting, Helena asked her friend Samantha to shield herself with books that were nearby, which were her only defense. The book shielded Samantha, but Helena was shot.
Elena was a 14-year-old freshman. She was part of the Helping Hands program at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. She also volunteered to help the cleanup efforts after Hurricane Irma.
Peter Wang was a 15-year-old freshman. He was posthumously accepted into the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. He held the door open for other students to escape.
Okay, well, our 17 minutes are up. So thank you to everybody who made the decision that was right for them personally and decided to come. Again, this is just the first step in the right direction. But it's important to remember to keep walking and keep making the right steps. Don't leave here today and forget about why you came. By becoming active members in our society, we're creating for a better future and a better America. Today is about ending the complacency that has taken over and remembering those who stood before us. Our goal here today was to raise awareness for the issue, and that can only happen if you all continue to be a part of the conversation. But also remember to share compassion and kindness with those around you. We all could use a reminder to reach out to those that are struggling around us and be a more inclusive society instead of driving people away. That is how you make the world a better place. And for the people that come up to you and say negative things, remember that you made the choice to be here, and no one can make that decision or change that for you. So we encourage you to stay true to your convictions. So now for a few logistics. Remember, you have to be back in class by the beginning of 4th period, or you will be counted tardy, and you still have to make up the instruction that you missed during this time. Thanks, everybody. And if you haven't signed the poster, we encourage you to do that. Thank you to everybody that wrote messages, and have a great rest of your day. You now have 6 minutes to get back to class. If you guys would like to stick around and write some messages or whatever, you have 6 minutes. So.